A very good evening. Welcome to Newswatch tonight. Hoping you had a wonderful day today. Here are some of the stories that made headlines. My name is Melissa Oduor, and on the sign language is Boniface Muredi. Newswatch begins now. Our President William Ruto has announced a new era of global cooperation and highlighted economic reforms outlining major milestones of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda better. Speaking during the 12th National and County Coordinating Summit held at State House, Nairobi, the President reaffirmed that any international agreements will uphold equity and long-term welfare for all Kenyans. He said Kenya's growing partnership with the United States and other global partners will be anchored on safeguarding national interests, protecting the country's sovereignty, and accelerating economic growth. Here's Glory Githinji with the details.
The 12th National and County Coordinating Summit brought together the national leadership, governors and development partners at State House, Nairobi, a platform that President William Ruto used to evaluate the country's economic trajectory under the Better Agenda. President Ruto outlined the strategic direction of national reforms, insisting that Kenya's relation with the United States remains firmly rooted in respect for sovereignty and the protection of long-term national interests.
Forget about what we have already done on health. We might be the first ones to also complete our bilateral trade agreement with the US. When I was there, I did meet with the US trade representative. I have sent CS Lee Kinyanjui here twice to the United States. Why? Because the United States is an important market for us. We sell close to $800 million of goods to the United States. In fact, it is among the markets that we have kind of a balanced trade. And I have the undertaking of the US government that within early January, we will be the first country to conclude a bilateral trade agreement.
In the health sector, the president pointed to major commitments expected to enhance disease surveillance, strengthen primary healthcare capacity, and fast-track the move towards universal health coverage in line with better reforms. Globally, he highlighted rising confidence among international partners ready to invest in Kenya's digital economy, infrastructure development, and clean energy transition.
Security in our region. It was also necessary for us to further consolidate the relationship between the United States and Kenya by signing an agreement on matters health. That agreement was a request by the government of Kenya because health is one of the big tickets that between the national government and the county governments.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki emphasized that many issues raised by counties do not necessarily require escalation to the National County Government Summit, noting that several sectors already have well-established structures capable of addressing operational and administrative challenges.
All sector forums must operate optimally, regularly. And we have taken the decision, Your Excellency, during the pre-summit meeting which was held on 27th of October 2025, that we will spare the summit from operational issues that can be dealt by either IBEC or other structures of devolution, including sector forums, where the two levels of government are efficiently.
In economics, President Ruto reaffirmed Kenya's commitment to peace and security cooperations, regional diplomacy across the Horn of Africa and the Great Lakes region. He said these engagements solidify Kenya's position as a trusted anchor of stability and responsible global engagement. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Glory Nkath.
Glory for that report. Now, President William Ruto has conferred the rank of Senior Counsel on 54 advocates of the High Court of Kenya, as recommended by the Committee of Senior Counsel. The selections were made by a 10-member committee chaired by Philip Murgor. Among those who have made it to the prestigious list, which is the highest honor in the legal profession, include National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula, the National Intelligence Service NIS Director General Nurdin Haji, former Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Chairperson Isaac Hassan, former Makueni Governor and veteran human rights advocate Kivutha Kibwana. The new inductees join an exclusive circle of seasoned legal practitioners recognized for their outstanding contribution to the development of law, national service, and exemplary professional integrity. The ceremony for the formal robing and admission into the role of senior counsel is expected to be announced in due course. And as Kenya joined the rest of the world in celebrating the International Human Rights Day, the Independent Medical Legal Unit, IMLU, has welcomed last week's High Court ruling that nullified President William Ruto's move to appoint a team of experts to oversee the compensation of victims of anti-government protests, terming the ruling as pivotal in affirming constitutional independence. IMLU now warns that 2025 has been one of the most troubling years for human rights in the country, documenting a sharp escalation in state violence and citizen oppression. According to data released today, the country recorded 97 cases of extrajudicial executions and 18 deaths in police custody between January and December. Here is Theo Masharia with more details.
With this year's Human Rights Day focusing on global values of dignity, equality, freedom and justice, IMLU says Kenya moved in the opposite direction. The organization reports a widespread use of lethal and non-lethal weapons, especially during the June 9th and Sabasaba protests, where police shootings, some from close range, contributed significantly to the year's grim statistics.
Order Management Act, the de-escalation when you're managing protests, you only use lethal weapons or even non-lethal weapons when you are at risk or somebody else is at risk of death or serious injury. When you're running away, there's absolutely, you're not of any risk to anybody. So to us, that shows a lot of lack of accountability, but also non-adherence to international standards for managing. In 2025, IMLU verified the following numbers: 97 extrajudicial executions, 18 deaths in custody, 72 cases of torture or ill treatment, 49 protest-related injuries, those that were documented in hospitals, 16 arbitrary arrests. There are many more, but we're just saying those that we ourselves have documented, and 5 enforced disappearances.
But our analysis notes that over 60% of these cases happened in our capital, that's Nairobi. So a big chunk of extrajudicial executions happened in Nairobi, with the rest, of course, being distributed across the country.
Cases of torture and custodial brutality also spiked. Among them was 17-year-old Felix Senet Takona, a Narosura secondary school student whose ordeal in the hands of the police sparked outrage.
We take note that youth and peaceful protesters were charged under anti-terrorism legislation. A case in point is that of a 17-year-old Felix Senet Takona, a student at Narosura Secondary School, this is in Narok, who was allegedly subjected to brutal torture while in police custody at Narosura Police Station. The minor was later found with severe injuries, including burn wounds on his legs.
The abduction, torture and deportation of several activists within the East Africa community also became a trend in 2025, pointing to coordinated efforts by EAC head of states to silence civic activism within the region.
The deportation of foreign and regional human rights defenders, including the Tanzanians Maria Sarugi, Ugandans Martin Mavenjina, as well as Kenyan activists such as Bob Njangi, Boniface Mwangi, Nicholas Oyo, and others, illustrates a growing pattern of cross-border intimidation targeting those who speak out against state excesses.
Led by its executive director Wangeshi Kahoria, IMLU maintains that these happenings between January and December 2025 reflects a dangerous slide towards authoritarian governance and shrinking civic freedoms.
We only issue statistics on what we know for sure is verified data.
Despite court rulings confirming police misconduct, accountability remains slow and selective in this country.
To get back on track, IMLU is now calling for the speedy strengthening of oversight institutions like IPOA's investigative and arrest powers. Theo Masharia for Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Theo, for that report. Now, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Kipchumba Murkomen, has loaded the first contingent of National Police Service officers who were part of the multinational security support mission sent to Haiti for showing the world that Kenya has the best trained police force, not only in the continent but in the whole world. Speaking at a luncheon and debrief with the officers at the National Police College in Bakassi A campus, Murkomen said that the officers had exercised professionalism despite many logistical challenges and doubts from critics. The officers were assured that their compensation package will be ready by Friday, when they will be officially unveiled at the Jamhuri celebrations.
Kenya has proved that it has the best trained police force not only in the African continent but in the whole world, according to Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration Kipchumba Murkomen. These remarks were made at the National Police College in Bakassi A campus during a luncheon and a debrief with the first contingent of the multinational security support mission officers who returned to the country on Tuesday. Murkomen said that the officers had demonstrated utmost professionalism throughout the entire mission despite numerous challenges, adding that they had proved critics wrong.
As a country since independence, and we never appreciate the investment we've made in our country, in our police service, making it professional, the level of training, the level of expertise. It is only through this multinational security support mission that we have tested and proven that we are the best trained police officers on earth, not just in this country, on earth, having conquered areas that many people tried before and they never succeeded.
He enumerated some of the successes achieved by the team, saying that some of the gains made in the mission are courtesy of the team's efforts.
The airport was not functional. It had been taken over by gangs. You freed the transport system, the roads, the airport, the infrastructure, and allowed the people of Haiti to have an opportunity to travel in and out of their country and from other parts of the country to the capital city. Number two, for many years, the Haitians had never had a chance to do exams, national examination. Young children had never had a chance to do national examinations. Because of the order you gave and the restored order, they were able to do national examinations last year. And I must say that this shows that you do not just save the present, you also invested in the future.
Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja joined Murkomen in congratulating the officers, urging them to invest the allowances received from the mission wisely.
So I have said that you must not squander your hard-earned allowances on luxury and leisure. It has taken blood and sweat to earn that which is in your accounts. Invest in areas that will change your well-being and your future. I am certain many people will even befriend you now with the aim of getting some money from you. Please be advised.
On the issue of another contingent that was flagged off to Haiti despite a United Nations resolution transitioning the support mission into a gang suppression force, Murkomen said that the team has been sent to manage the transition.
217 of your friends went back to Haiti to make sure that we are properly managing the transition, to ensure that the welfare of the people of Haiti and the future and the gains that we have secured and the future of that country is properly protected.
The officers are expected to be officially unveiled by President William Ruto on Friday during the Jamhuri Day celebrations. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Jacob Ochiro.
Thank you, Jacob, for that report. Moving on, Deputy Chief of Staff Oduor has hailed the newly completed Rusinga Ring Road, saying it is already transforming the story of Rusinga Island even before its presidential commissioning. The 19 kilometers loop is a road project by the Kenya Urban Rural Authority Kura worth 1.3 billion shillings and forms part of the wider 480-kilometer Lake Victoria Ring Road network. It traces the Rusinga Island shoreline and is expected to enable fisherfolk from multiple beaches to deliver their highly perishable fish to markets in record time, reducing losses and boosting household incomes. It is also expected to turbocharge tourism and agriculture around Rusinga Island and the wider lake corridor. Speaking on his second day of the Nyanza Region's tour, where he led an intensive verification exercise of priority national government projects in Homa Bay County, Oduor reaffirmed the government's commitment to fast-tracking the transformative projects so that Homa Bay County and the entire Nyanza region can fully reap the benefits of improved infrastructure, enhanced investment, and high-quality public services. Water Resources Authority has dismissed claims of vandalizing the Mutitu water project in Kieni, Nyeri County, stating that the allegations are politically motivated and meant to disregard compliance to the regulations. The authority says it will not be deterred from delivering its mandate under Section 12 of the Water Act 2016, further calling on those drilling boreholes across the country to seek necessary approvals before embarking on their explorations. Samia Dika with that report.
Days after a section of Kieni water project leaders and residents accused Water Resources Authority of vandalizing the Mutitu water project, responsible for supplying water to over 30,000 households in Nyeri County, the authority has hit back, saying its role is to disconnect illegal water connections and not vandalism.
Recent case in Kieni, Nyeri County involved obstructors being incited to violate WRA directives, undermining lawful water management effort. People are saying that now we have vandalized. We don't vandalize. We normally disconnect. If you are not compliant, if you are not meeting with your obligation, because in the permit we always give has a condition, permit conditions, and everybody knows what he's supposed to do.
WRA Chairperson Donald Morgor has equally warned those evading to settle their water bills, stating they will soon be apprehended.
We are simply asking Kenyans to pay for what they use. Normally water is allocated to everybody, and without the permitting system, people who are living downstream or midstream or even upstream, that water needs to be allocated to everybody fairly so that we have everybody enjoying. Even the ecosystem, the fish and all those things that rely on water. If we don't take care of this resource, then we will not have a country or a generation in future.
The authority has equally urged all Kenyans to join hands in conserving the available water for the benefit of future generations.
Water comes from the catchment. If you don't protect the catchment, you expect now you don't get water from the tap. Whatever little we are collecting, we are also applying back to the catchment. So at least people can protect the catchment. And you don't expect water from the tap.
With climate change having affected water availability and supply across the country, WRA has pledged to continue championing for the 15 billion President William Ruto's led tree planting agenda to reverse the adverse effects.
Plant trees, 15 billion is real, and the impact we are seeing, we are getting rains just because of those trees. I'm sure you might want to ask me and say, these trees we just planted the other day, some parts walianza mapema.
As the festive season kicks in, WRA has suspended its crackdown until mid-January 2026 in a bid to allow those yet to comply with the regulations to do so on time. For Newswatch, I'm Sami Adika.
From Adika's report in Nyeri to Machakos County now, where Governor Wavinya Ndeti has expressed disappointment with the county assembly after it adjourned its sittings without deferring critical bills. They include the Wikwaitio Fund and the Annual Development Plan, both aimed at empowering women and the youth. According to the governor, the move has dealt a blow to the aspirations of the women and the youth and undermines critical empowerment efforts and development planning processes across the county.
Machakos County, mumeona tumekuwa na shida mingi, watu wakitupa takataka ovyo ovyo. Takataka ni responsibility ya mtu. Unaona mtu ako kwa nyumba anakatakata vitu zake, anatoka hapo nje ya mlango anatupa takataka hapo. Katika county government ya Machakos tuko na sheria. Na nataka kuambia sasa kutoka leo we are enforcing hiyo sheria. Ukipatikana ukitupa takataka mahali hauko supposed kutupa, lazima sheria ifuatwe and the law will deal with you. Kwa hivyo maneno ya takataka tuangalie. Ni lazima kila mtu kwa duka yake, kwa nyumba yake akuwe na bin ya kuweka takataka. Wakiweka takataka hapo, kuna mahali tuna kama county tunasema hiyo takataka iende iwekwe.
Cross borders now to the international scene, where the International Criminal Court ICC has sentenced Sudanese militia Commander Ali Mohammed Ali Abdi al-Rahman, better known as Ali Kushaib, to 20 years in prison for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Darfur more than 20 years ago. The 76-year-old is a former senior leader of the Janjaweed, a government-backed militia that is accused of burning villages, killing civilians, and carrying out widespread sexual violence from August 2003 to April 2004. The group's brutal campaign in Darfur contributed to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people and forced millions from their homes. He was convicted on 27 counts, including murder, rape, torture, and forcible transfer. The court highlighted the crime scale, cruelty, and targeting of vulnerable groups like children and elders. Prosecutors sought life imprisonment, but judges cited his surrender in 2020 and age as mitigating factors, deducting time served since June 2020. Kushaib is the first person to be tried by the ICC for crimes committed during the Darfur conflict. Taking a short break now, we'll be back with the day's business and sports news. Don't go too far.
Hi everyone, my name is George Gishoro, a presenter with Hope TV. Thank you so very much for continuing to support us by watching all our programs. Now, we would love to serve you even better. Now, we want to know where you are watching us from and the strength of the signal. You can scan the QR code and ensure that you answer all the questions in ensuring that you are getting us loud and clear with crystal pictures. So go ahead and fill in the QR code so that we can serve you better right here at Hope TV, where you look and live.
There's a world out there searching for hope, and you can help bring it home. By becoming a friend of Hope, you're helping us share the love of Jesus through Hope FM and Hope TV. With a donation of any amount, join hands with us to bring hope and point souls to the transforming power of Jesus Christ. Become a friend of Hope today by making your donation through the M-Pesa paybill number 933933, account FOH. For more information on how to become a friend of Hope, call 0116-212-723 or email customerexperience@hopefm.org or visit www.hopemediakenya.org. Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive.
We're back with business news now. Airtel Money customers can now make seamless payments to I&M Bank merchants nationwide following a partnership between Airtel Money and I&M Bank. The partnership, which is aimed at strengthening Kenya's digital commerce infrastructure, will see Airtel Money customers enjoy a 50% guaranteed cashback as airtime on all pay bill payments, as well as faster payment experiences, a wider merchant network, and more secure mobile money transactions. While lauding the partnership with I&M Bank, Airtel Money Kenya Managing Director Ann Kenodia Otieno said this will not only ease wallet funding and bill payments for Airtel customers, but also expand customers' choices through the extensive merchant network and making digital payments easier, faster, and more secure.
Today we are launching part of another milestone with I&M, where we'll be able to allow customers now to move money from their Airtel Money wallet to the bank. But more importantly also, I&M has done a pretty good job creating a lot of merchant payment services out there, what we call pay bills. And now Airtel Money customers will be able to pay to any of these thousands of merchant outlets out there through their Airtel Money wallet. And I think the beauty of this is that for all these payments that are going to be made out there, if a customer pays through Airtel Money, we are then giving 50% back of that transaction fee guaranteed as airtime. So really improving and easing the cost of transacting, and especially as we get into this Christmas period.
LG Electronics and its main Kenyan distribution partner Opalnet Limited have opened a new LG brand shop in Mombasa, underscoring confidence in the region's fast-growing coastal retail market. The new store will showcase LG's full range of premium electronics and appliances. The store is designed to offer a modern, immersive shopping experience with professionally trained staff ready to provide guidance tailored to coastal lifestyles and needs. LG has lauded Mombasa as a strategic expansion hub, aligning with rising demand for quality appliances.
And we are very excited about launching a second brand shop in Mombasa. And the reason why this is very strategic for us is because Mombasa is a growing market in terms of foreign direct investment. It provides a good opportunity for growth for LG, and more specifically across our product portfolio. We have AC, which is very big in Mombasa. And for us as LG, we have affordable all the way to commercial ACs. So that's a big opportunity for us. And also we want to bring premium to consumers in Mombasa as part of our strategic plan to be able to develop Kenya and more so East Africa as a big.
We have a lot of dealers which we work with LG. But now, maybe one dealer, they buy 2 fridges, 3 fridges. So we wanted to set up a showroom. Actually, we call it a showroom so that our customers can experience all the products within one roof. So that is the plan. And then our customers will enjoy so much. We have another showroom in Nyali, but that one is so far from the CBD. So people can come here, they can experience. Also, we don't have any problem because they can check here and then they can go buy from our dealers. So that one, it's okay. So they will enjoy the experience. It's a showroom. Everything is here. You can see our products from washing machine. You go to fridges, wash tower, our built-in, the new coming up, the air conditioning, which is very important for the coastal people. TV range, all of them. We have the premium, the OLED. For the fridges, we have the premium, what we call InstaView. We have all the lineup for our products. So our customers can feel all of them together here. Very.
To the fields now, the annual Humphrey Mushuma tournament has kicked off with a record 113 teams participating this year. The event, renowned for its focus on community unity and youth empowerment, promises cash prizes for winners. During the tournament's launch, Humphrey Mushuma, the CEO of Inua AI Group, emphasized the event's objectives of fostering unity during the holiday season, encouraging youth engagement in sports and technology, and addressing issues such as gender-based violence. The tournament, which features competitions in volleyball, football, and other sports, will continue until the 1st of January 2026. As teams vie for the victory, the event stands as a testament to the power of sports in driving social change and community cohesion.
We've seen rise on the surge in gender-based violence, And I think such kind of tournaments, and this particular tournament will help a big deal, because we get the teams engaged. We are here, we're working together as one family, you know, we're here as a unified team, and we can engage them, we can provide opportunities for them. We'll have people that will be here scouting for talent this time, for them to go and, you know, play outside the country, and some of them locally. Those are kind of opportunities we're doing. And then we'll also, you know, this also creates some kind of a very good economic environment where people, you know, sell items, do this, people get to engage. And it changes a lot of things when you do that. Bringing people together, you know, knowing that this is my brother, this is my sister, you know, we are here supporting each other. We are here as a family, you know, we are here as a team and a group. That is very important. And providing that pathway to success is very key. And the only way you can see that pathway to success is by having these kind of engagements.
Kenya women's volleyball team has beaten their Rwandese counterparts 3-1 in the opening match at the ongoing East Africa Community Interparliamentary Games at the Lugogo Indoor Gymnasium in Kampala, Uganda. Team Kenya showcased its might by shooting down rivals Rwanda in 3 of 4 sets played on their opening match. The Kenyan side, co-captained by PSC Commissioner Faith Gitau and Caroline Ngeleche, thwarted Rwanda's every effort to make a comeback in each of the last 3 sets in an unquestionable display of dominance. After losing the first set 24-17 to Rwanda, Team Kenya sprang to action, beating Rwanda by 25-16 and 25-14 in the second and third sets respectively. To seal the deal, the Gitau-led team beat Rwanda 25-23 in a thrilling 4-set of play. And Athletics Kenya Central Region will host the second AK Betika Track and Field Weekend Meet on the 15th to the 17th of January 2026 at the Thika Stadium. Making the announcement, Athletics Kenya said the event ushering in the new year will serve as the second meet of the 2026 track and field season. It added that following the cancellation of events of the first meet scheduled for Mumias, the Thika meet will now host a full program inclusive of all events that were not held in Mumias. Some of the events include the 100 meters, 500 meters, and the 10,000 meters men and women races, and javelin, discus, and shot put for both men and women. AK has encouraged athletes to register ahead of the races and collect their running bib numbers by Wednesday, the 14th of January 2026 at the event venue. That's how we wrap up Newswatch tonight. Thank you for having kept us company as we brought you news that made headline today. My name is Melissa Oduor. On the sign language has been Boniface Mureithi. On behalf of the entire team that made this possible, have a good night.